Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network. Welcome to Gutter Trash and my personal hell. My name is Eric.
And I'm Jason.
Episode 59! Concrete Strange Armor!
Woo!
Yeah, how are you?
I'm sick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too. Probably for different reasons.
Yeah. Mine's all physical.
Mine is all mental.
Together
we are an invalid.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Got up, felt okay. Walked my dog, had a bowl of cereal, and a piece of veggie sausage. Started cleaning my room, and while I was cleaning my room, my stomach started feels like it's all twisted up by a hand made out of knives. It's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
I think I missed a syllable.
I think you added like 17 of them in there.
Yeah.
Usual crap. You know it. I've bitched about it before. You may be able to hear them today. Who knows?
It is quite loud.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I went to bed today at about 7:30 a.m. And almost as soon as I just on the edge of sleep, they woke up to get ready for whatever they do on Sunday mornings that early in the morning. I'm going to assume church. I don't know.
Right.
You'd think that being the gigantic assholes that they are, God would smite them. But whatever. This is why I'm not a religious man.
So they left.
They left, soon. And I had, about 4 hours of sleep when they came back with a herd of elephants, screaming children, screaming adults, bad hip-hop, and hammers.
MC Hammer? Bad hip-hop? You covered that twice.
No, just regular hammers.
Just okay.
Maybe Hammer was hammering.
Oh,
because what else is he doing?
Yeah,
right.
He's got to earn his living somewhere,
right?
And it sure ain't through entertainment business.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he have a show?
He does.
Okay. I think you mentioned that.
I did, but I cut it out of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Back when I had my tooth pulled, I had a wisdom tooth go bad, and was in the emergency dentist office, and they pulled it, and while I was there for the 3 hours or whatever, there was a Hammer Time Marathon, which is his reality show.
Hammer Time?
Hammer Time.
Wow. And they probably had an entire meeting to figure out the title of that show.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
it probably even changed 3 times.
They're like, no, I think we're still going with Hammer Time. That's horrible.
Happy New Year!
Well, yeah, this is our
first
show of the year.
To all of our listeners.
Yeah, Happy New Year, fellas and ladies. And
2010, the year we make contact.
Yeah.
I will make that joke until 12/31/10, or unless we make contact.
Oh, wow. 12/31/10. Okay.
December 31st.
I was thinking 2000. I was thinking 2012. I was like, what? You're like, I'll make that joke until the day we actually all die in a fiery summit from the Earth's core.
Oh, you mean
2012?
2212?
12. Is that what it is?
I believe so. The 21st or the 22nd.
Well, that's important. That's an entire day of our lives.
Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, though.
About dying?
2010.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be the year.
We make contact.
Yeah, exactly. Well, This is going to be the year for all sorts of things, I think.
Really?
I think it's going to be big.
Big in a good way or big in a bad way?
As long as it's big, I don't care. Go big or go home. Yeah. Good or bad. So do you think we will make contact? Do you think it's inevitable?
No. As much as I want to. Like the X-Files, I want to believe.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. Just like there is no God, there are no aliens.
Well, Interesting.
It'd be nice if there were both of those things. Mm-hmm. But there aren't.
Or even just one.
Both. Mm-hmm. If there's one, there's got to be the other.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
Deep. In the most superficial way possible. That was deep.
I don't know that I've seen aliens, but I was driving along years ago down Wilmington Pike late at night, and I saw this. I mean, this is like 2 a.m, and I was driving down the road, and I look up and I see this, like, craft, like some sort of, airplane or jet or whatever, just going along. I was like, oh, that's neat. And as I drive, I realize, like, I'm gaining on it, which doesn't seem right, because it's not like a little dot in the sky with like a trail of jet stream. It's like up there, like you see a plane going over.
Yeah.
And as I get like nearer and nearer, I'm like, I'm literally gaining on this thing. And I look up, and eventually it's like directly above me. Like I've like caught up with it.
Right.
And I'm driving like 35, 40 tops. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then so I like freak out, and I'm like, oh my God, it's an alien. And so I like turn down a side street, and I watch it like go along. I mean, all I can see is that it's a jet or something with a light on it. I can't really tell the shape of it. And I watch it, and it like goes like west for a while, and then like all of a sudden it like starts going like east for a while. But I can't hear anything because there's no like helicopter blades, and so I'm like freaked out, right? And I watch it for like 15 minutes, and then I drive home to my apartment, and then I look out my window of my apartment, I can still see it, or a light. I think it's the same one, and I watch it for a while, and then I just like it's just always there, but it never like exits the horizon, and then I just went to bed. But I was like, was that a spacecraft or like a army vehicle they were testing?
It was a hot air balloon.
Could have been a hot air balloon with a light on it.
Right.
But like at 2 a.m, though.
A lot of balloonists are crazy.
That's true.
I don't know. Sorry, I threw down my headphones in a fit of disgust.
Right.
Not to your story,
right,
but because of the assholes above me are, I don't know, beating someone to death.
Yeah.
And it's really loud in the headphones. It's annoying without them, but even more annoying with them, because it's amplified.
As I can hear it.
And in my head.
Right. Surrounding your eardrums.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe there are aliens.
I would like to hope that there are, but I don't think that there are.
I read a comic recently where there were some aliens.
Way too early to segue.
Oh, really? Okay.
We've only been doing this like a minute.
Oh, okay. I thought my alien story was like 20 minutes long. It just felt like excruciatingly painful.
Well, let's fucking talk about the goddamn comic then. So I got nothing to say other than just bitching about my neighbors, so.
Uh-oh.
We got to wrap up to just bullshit about things, right? Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Strange Armor, Concrete, Paul Chadwick, Dark Horse, 1997, 98.
Wow. Is it? Somewhere in there? Yeah, it seems like it. Late 90s.
Yeah. The last issue, definitely 98, because he eulogizes Archie Goodwin in his letter.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Archie Goodwin. He was a good one.
Archie Goodwin. Goodwin.
Yeah.
Win.
I know. I was trying to make a joke about the man's death.
You failed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is this
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
This was not the first Concrete you read, right?
This is the first Concrete that I have read.
Didn't you read some of the short stories or something?
Nope.
Like in the newspaper?
Nope.
Dark Horse newspaper?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Never?
Never.
Wow.
Yep.
Why is that? Skipped over them.
Yeah. Probably pretty much only read the Madman and those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. No Usagi or whatever else was in there? Okay.
I do not care for Dark Horse. They can take their Star Wars comics and shove them up their ass.
And their aliens and their
And their
predators.
aliens and their predators and their...
Robocops and Terminators.
They didn't really do the RoboCop too much. They just did the one.
At least a couple.
RoboCop Terminator.
I think they did an actual
They did the
RoboCop.
maybe RoboCop Terminator?
Huh?
Is that what you're thinking of? RoboCop Terminator?
I think they did an actual RoboCop series.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
It was mostly Marvel, I think.
Yeah.
Avatar did some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are much newer.
Dynamite has it now.
Wow. And they are dynamite over
They are
there.
indeed. Dark Horse still latching on to the
Star Wars.
Aliens, Predator, and Star Wars.
Star Wars is probably what's kept them in business.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is good.
And Hellboy.
Yeah. But I mean, they probably wouldn't
John
have
Burns'
lasted.
X-Men for sure.
They wouldn't have lasted long enough through the Hellboy if it wasn't for the Star Wars.
Yeah, most likely.
So
And of course, I'm sure the Aliens and the Predator when
that was big
that was big. Yeah.
for like a 2 year span.
You know, it is kind of a thing. I think Image has to be one of the only major independent companies that never started out as being like a licensor.
Well, yeah.
So we got Dark Horse, started the whole thing with, Aliens, Predator, and Terminator. And then, like, now we have Dynamite and Boom.
Right.
And they both have, like, major licenses that they, exploit. And fuck you, people. Fuck you. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all.
Not the listener.
Not the listener, not Dark Horse, not Dynamite, not Boom. Not licensed comics.
Your neighbor just walked by the window for
Yes.
those who can't see this, which is everyone except for me and you.
Well, I'm glad you're here to prove that I am not entirely crazy.
Yeah. Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Does IDW? Do they do licensing?
IDW does, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They've
Yeah.
got the G.I. Joe and Transformers
That's
now.
right, yeah.
So, yeah, it seems to be like, one of those things if you want to become at least a worthwhile competitor that would last, against a Marvel or a DC, then grab up some licenses.
Maybe BioWare should pick up like the Get Along Gang comics or something.
There you go.
Or maybe like what's a good like a sci-fi 80s thing? Short Circuit, the comics.
Oh, wow.
That's what we'll do.
I would totally buy that. Not just because you would be doing
I was
it.
gonna say you'd probably be working on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd be doing all the scanning.
Yeah, you get a free copy. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, too. So I think, it start out with a bunch of licenses, and then you can start putting out, little quirky things like a Concrete.
Or Madman.
Or a Madman. Madman. Man.
Started at Tundra, though, I believe.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. Which did no licensing, but they're not around anymore.
No, they are not.
Proving your point.
Yeah. But, that's a lot of, creator-owned indie books from the 80s, jumped around to different companies.
Oh, yeah.
Grendel,
Flaming Carrot.
Flaming Carrots,
Thor.
X-Men,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
I think
They all just jumped around.
those were all originally Valiant books, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. Some of the better ones.
Yeah.
That and Eternal Warrior. They've shown their worth by persevering through the decades.
Yep. Well, when you got a Barry Windsor Smith working on it, how can it not last?
Wow. That's too bad. He was good.
He's very good.
Archer and Armstrong.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty to look at. Never read them, though.
Same here. So anyway. Alright. When I was just a wee lad.
You were visited by aliens as well?
Yes. But that's besides the point. It's not this story that I'm telling. That is the first time I had anal sex.
Right. Well,
well, I guess probe, whatever. I got off. It's all that matters. I was 10.
Something was in your ass and you came.
Yeah,
That's
right,
the
right.
important part of the story. All right. Okay.
And it was a little kid. Yeah, it's all the details you need. It's more than the
Right, yeah.
details you need. All right.
It may be illegal to actually talk about stuff like that.
Probably.
But anyway, when you were a wee lad,
When I was a wee lad and just getting into comic books, the funny books, if you will.
oh, I will.
I think I had a friend who would always order books from American Entertainment.
I don't know that one.
They were a mail order company. I believe they are now known as Diamond.
I've heard of that one.
I could be mistaken, but I think like they absorbed Diamond distribution at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, they were just a mail order subscription company, and you'd get a catalog in the mail, and they'd have like a shit ton of back issues and trade paperbacks and graphic novels.
Really? It was all comics.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
little merchandise too, comic related merchandise. It just got creepily dark in here.
Yeah. The sun went down at 2:45 in the afternoon in Dayton, Ohio. We just made contact.
Wow.
They're above us.
Fantastic.
They're
Only had
back.
to wait 4 days.
All I had to
Excellent.
do. See, I told that story, and they heard me, and they left their Neptunian base. Neptunian? Is that a word?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're here. Let's just finish this up before
All
we
right.
get assimilated into the stratosphere.
Right. But no, so yeah, I would get these catalogs, or my friend would get these catalogs, and he'd always, give it to me, like, hey, whatever you want to order, and I'd fill it out. This is before I had heard of a Mavericks or a Bookery Fantasy or anything of the such.
Bookie parlor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of raves about the Bookie Parlor, but I never found the appeal.
I loved it.
I know you did.
First comic shop I ever went to.
Well, I'm sure you did.
But I'm sorry.
I went there eventually, and I bought a bunch of shit, but that's because they were going out of business and selling all their inventory.
Really cheap, probably.
Right. But anyway, so like my friend would get these catalogs, and he'd give it to me so I could order, like the Wolverine trade paperback by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller.
Ooh.
Was something that I
Classy.
remember ordering from that. And I'd get into sort of that fan frenzy. Or, I'm sure you've done it before, going through, the Diamond catalog.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, well, that looks awesome.
And this and this.
Yeah, yeah. But I always remember seeing, outside of, the Marvel and DC stuff, I would see The Tick. I would see, Trouble with Girls.
Dinosaurs for Hire.
Dinosaurs for Hire. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Wow.
Your
Journey.
Star Wars
Series.
and your Aliens and Predator stuff. What was some Journey something?
Journey? What is it?
Never saw any of this.
Okay.
That's the Sam Keith.
William Mr.
Yeah, William Mr. Books. Yeah. Yeah, they're almost the same guy.
Yeah.
God, what
American
else would I say?
flag.
Huh?
American flag.
American Flag,
That was-
Grendel, all the big things, and one of the ones that I always remember was Concrete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had no idea what it was about, and I never had any interest.
So that's why you heard about it from way back and you were just like, eh.
Yeah,
So
pretty
you-
much.
nobody was like, hey, you should check out this book.
You are the first person who I know who has ever read it or
Okay.
recommended it.
Before we even find out what you think of this book, I want to say I am baffled that it's like no one ever says like, oh, hey, do you have any Concrete books? I've worked at Mavericks for 18 years. I've never had a single person asked. I've recommended it to a couple people, and one of them really dug it, and then he bought some more, and he was like, hey, can you order me this one or whatever?
Right.
But it's one of those books that this guy's been doing it for a long, long time, and it just seems
Late
like
80s, late 80s.
85-ish, I think.
Yeah.
And it seems like I know he was in the first issue of Dark Horse Presents. Concrete was, and it seems like nobody really cares, or they just look at it like, oh, it looks like the Thing, and then they just don't read it.
Right.
I don't know why.
I think even as a kid, despite the fact that he looks like a giant rock monster or whatever, I think I even could tell then that it wasn't a superhero action thing,
Right.
And then of course I'm looking through the catalog, I see big rock monster, and I read a description, and it's like speechwriter Ron Lithgow gets transported into an alien rock body. That doesn't sound interesting at all. He's a speechwriter.
Right.
And he sounds like John Lithgow.
Yeah. That's where you got the name.
But not nearly as awesome.
Yeah.
No. Because at that point, I had known John Lithgow from Buckaroo Banzai or
Raising Cain.
Raising Cain, maybe. 2010, the year we make contact. There's another sci-fi movie or sci-fi suspense thing.
With Lithgow?
Yeah, I guess something about a kid building a nuclear warhead.
Daryl?
No. I want to say like the Manhattan Project.
Oh, really?
Or the Philadelphia Experiment. One of those two. It was a city and a word. And it was sciencey.
Right. It wasn't the Boise Bunsen burner? That'd be pretty
maybe?
good. Yeah.
Just as when I'm a kid growing up and, I read about concrete, I'm like, that just doesn't appeal to me at all.
Right.
And then it's just sort of one of those things that even as I grew up and my tastes, developed and changed and everything like that, I just always escaped. I never thought about it. I never.
Like if you ignore something so long, it becomes like, oh, there's that thing I don't read.
Right. Yeah. It just becomes sort of the background.
Yeah.
Like the constant. Like, oh, I've never read concrete. Oh, no interest.
Why start now?
Right.
Yeah.
And again, you are the only person who has ever mentioned it
Right.
in any kind of conversation.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want. I started off by saying, before you say what you thought of it, I also wanted to say, no one's ever, asked about it or whatever. I think, for me, it's one of the most underrated comics that is out there, just because, it's not, I don't think it's in my top 3, top 5, maybe, even favorites, but it's, up there. I like it a lot. And it baffles me that, I don't care that nobody else loves it, or they're not all wearing their concrete t-shirts and headbands, but I'm just surprised that no one even mentions it. It's not on a single file we have. Right. It just baffles me.
Well, to be fair, it also hasn't come out in 11 years.
That's true. Yeah, that might be part of the reason I don't hear about it so much. But I was working there when the last probably 4 different miniseries came out, and we struggled to sell 5 copies of them, and I'm just like, what? This is so weird. So anyway, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's very understated.
Yeah.
And I think that is 50% of the appeal to me.
Right.
That it is about a giant alien rock monster.
Yet somehow retains subtlety.
Right,
Yeah.
Paul Chadwick is, I'd have to say this is the first thing I've ever read by him at all. No. He drew the Doctor Strange miniseries that came out from Marvel Knights in early 2000.
I never read that.
Tony Harris started drawing it, and then
He finished it?
he finished it, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He did a comic called The World Below. Do you remember that? It was Dark Horse. It was a weird sci-fi pulpy kind of thing.
Was that drawn by him?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know he did some Matrix comics. He did some work on the Matrix films.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Matrices. But yeah, this is his largest body of work, though, because he's done
and his most personal, it seems.
Oh yeah, because some of the characters look like him and his friends, and like he based like the design on like their names and things on people that he respects. Right. So yeah, it seems like like you said, it's probably his most personal thing.
Yeah. He's I really enjoyed it. It was very understated. I love the art. Not amazing, but like I've always not a fan of, but the style has always appealed to me. That of like Charles Vess and William Kaluta.
Right.
I think Paul Chadwick really fits into that frame of artwork.
It's like kind of poetic. Sort of like it's real wispy and...
Wispy, I think, is a great way to describe that style.
Yeah, he's a good storyteller, too.
Oh, yeah. And he does like a lot of design experiments with the page layouts.
Yeah, I love that.
Not overpowering.
Yeah, there's like maybe one or two per issue where it's almost like what's that? What's like Mucha, Alfonso Mucha? What's that style called? Art Nouveau. Yeah. Like it sort of has that like ornate like
panel border,
mirror image like kind of thing going on. Yeah. And this one is his origin story, which is like it's like the 5th Concrete book or the 6th Concrete book or something.
Is this the last one that ever came out?
I think there was one after this.
After that?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, he told like a short origin story in one of the like Dark Horse Presents or something.
Okay.
It was like maybe like 5 pages or something.
So the very first Concrete series, he's already fully immersed into that. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought this one would be a good one to start with because you see where he came. I mean, it's kind of cool that they just throw you in there and you're like, you're like, what is this? This is interesting. Why is he doing this? But like I always wanted the origin story when I was reading those other ones.
Okay.
And then I'm glad he fleshed it out and like, give it some meat.
Yeah. I'm glad that you told me that because I was afraid that it was going to be one of those things where like he told the origin story and then like he decided to do this to flesh it out as a 5-issue miniseries and just be really self-indulgent.
Oh right.
Like I thought maybe he already did do like a previously like well-defined origin,
right?
And then this is just like the ultimate version of it,
Right. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the modernized.
Right. Yeah.
Like he's all hip. He's like a hip speechwriter now.
Right.
His hair's cooler. No, yeah. It's sort of like one of those, like, I think he said, I read somewhere, I don't know if it was in, because every issue of this, we read the single issues and they have some sort of author's note. I don't know if it was in the back of one of these or something else. He says, like, he thought of it as kind of like, reading, like a James Bond or Sherlock Holmes character where he just wanted to start you off, like, in the middle of this character's, like, existence and without sort of seeing how he got to that point. But so many people wrote in and like, I'd really like to see how he got to that point.
Right.
That, he decided to do Strange Armor to satisfy us. I didn't write in, but I thought, I mean, like, maybe when I was driving down that road, Paul Chadwick was in that spacecraft above my head, and he, like, probed my mind and was like, oh, he wants to read an origin story for Concrete.
It marks it down a tally.
That's what he was doing. He was going around the country, like probing minds.
Yeah, going east and west.
He didn't have to stay too long in Dayton, Ohio, because there's only 4 people that read his book.
You, your brother,
the guy that I turned on to it,
yeah,
and then I don't know, somebody in Fairborn.
Dead air.
You're better at sort of nutshelling the stories than me. I just kind of randomly pick parts that I like, and if someone's never read Concrete, maybe you should give a quick summarization.
Main character is Ron Lithgow. He's a speechwriter for a senator. He's very meek, shy, very much in his own head. One of his friends convinces him after his divorce that they should go on a road trip, go camping, go spelunking.
Spelunking, I love that word.
Yeah, it's a good word. Like skin diving.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah. So they go spelunking. They basically wind up in the middle of an alien spacecraft where they are captured and then experimented on, and both of them transformed, or their brains transplanted into giant alien rock bodies.
Oh, I mean, interject real quick. I love that scene when this is happening where they look up and they see the aliens are walking around in their bodies.
Right.
Because they've put their brains, and they're just like doing stuff and like bumping into walls, and they're fucking our bodies.
Yeah.
And I think even like, I'm sorry, I'm interjecting.
No, yeah.
They even I love the line where he says he says they call it permanent rape. He's like, they're permanently raping us,
right?
Because they're like in our bodies forever.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go for it. Yeah. So the friend has pretty much lost his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mind is gone.
Yeah. Ron finds some sort of inner strength, pushes through, manages to cobble together an escape plan. They wind up killing a few of the aliens in the process.
With their own weapons.
They escape, but his friend does not make it.
And they sort of don't really, like, you see like a piece of his arm fly off or something.
Right.
But you never really see his body. I wondered, like, it's a comic book, so I wondered, I was like, is he coming back sometime?
Right, yeah. No, I think, because it's weird, because they're about to escape, and, like, one of the alien captors shoots off the guy's arm, and you think, oh, fuck, But, he's okay, and then they make the jump, and then I guess after that point, like, when Ron is in the water, they jump into a lake, you see other bits and pieces of his friend.
Okay.
Like, you see, like, his foot float by him.
But what if it's somebody else's foot? Dun dun dun.
Oh, well, too bad Paul Chadwick has apparently decided never to work on this again. So.
Damn it.
He does. It's kind of lame, but he does make a point to sort of say that, well, looks like the aliens are never coming back again.
Yeah.
To pretty much avoid that ever happening.
You're like, I have a feeling they're not coming back.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, why? Why do you think that?
Yeah. So Ron makes his escape to civilization, freaks out the normies.
Mm-hmm. A la Terminator 2. He like walks into a bar.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that. Without the George Thorogood soundtrack. But
Right.
nothing's perfect.
Right. Or Arnold Schlong.
Yes.
I don't know.
That was horrible. I mean, that would have been horrible if you were talking about, like, Alyssa Milano's areolas. But you were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger's schlong. Much worse, sir.
What was wrong with me?
You're sleep deprived, and your neighbors are mentally handicapping you, so it's understandable. So yeah, he freaks everyone out.
Yeah, he calls his former boss, the senator. Apparently he's been missing for months.
Didn't know it.
Yeah. They turns himself into the government, basically, where they basically hold him captive.
Perform tests.
He gets a little stir crazy. He's being manipulated by a shady CIA security officer.
Right.
So he freaks out and escapes with his new friend, the doctor who's been helping him out, Maureen Vonnegut. And escapes to the ABC studios and crashes Nightline.
Bastion of hope for all.
Ted Koppel. Story kind of dates itself with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Ted Koppel has been on air in years.
Right.
Pardon me.
But it is a classic origin story. So
that's true.
So, it could just
It could be in the past.
Yeah.
Right.
Set in a certain spot of time. Is it 4 o'clock yet? Oh no, that's not a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah. I'm only allowed 3 Dr. Peppers a day. At 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock.
Can you do it twice a day? Like if you're up again at 2?
Oh, maybe.
There's no AM or PM
That's right.
listed. Right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
6 times a day.
Sweet.
As long as I'm up for 24 hours, like I almost was today.
The doctor never counted on that.
Oh, we've outwitted him. So then it's pretty much just the story of Ron, now under the guise of Concrete.
Right.
Part of his cover story. That he is some sort of cyborg gone wrong or something like that.
Some sort of government made. And he does like heroic things, sort of. Like they have him like, like help people out of a collapsed mine shaft and things. So he's sort of like a superhero, but he's not like fighting crime. Really.
Right.
He's just doing good deeds that normal people
can't do. Right. Of course, that turns bad on him as well.
Right.
Because of the manipulations of the CIA. Those crafty bastards.
I like how, I mean, like I said, it's not really a superhero story, but it's kind of got like the elements of a superhero. Like, he gets this great power and he has to like figure out what to do with it.
Right.
And has to have a great responsibility.
Yeah.
But I like how
he does actively search one out. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I like how it's sort of a superhero story, but if you read an odd superhero story, like something like Alan Moore writes, or even like maybe Grant Morrison, if they want to put a spin on it, it's 90% of the time has this really dark, like, what would you do with superpowers? You would kill everybody, wouldn't you? Super God by Warren Ellis. But
which is an actual,
or the Mighty, or any of that. But I like how it has a twist, but it's not like that doesn't fall into that like easily treaded territory. So I like how it's got its own style.
I'm going to pause for a minute. I apologize. We'll be right back.
All right.
Alright, welcome back. Sorry about that. Apparently whatever virus you brought into my house has affected me.
It seems to have left my body, too. The aliens are watching over me once again. No, my stomach still feels weird, but yeah, nowhere near like it was when you called me and you were like, hey, you ready to do the show? Like in my mind, I was like, I'm going to be shitting all over the place while we're doing the show. It's not going to be pretty.
Well, I appreciate you not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've retained some sort of control.
That's good. Apparently I could not, so I had to cut you off mid-thoughts.
Oh, it's okay.
I tried to let you finish your thought as much as possible, but...
I was almost... The only other thing I was going to say about that was I was saying how I like how, there's a twist, but it's not the usual twist. It's something different. And it kind of makes you think about what you would do if you were somehow bestowed with these powers.
Right.
Should I become a celebrity? Should I, do some fun things? And it's not like Spider-Man where he's like, should I become a celebrity? No, I won't.
Right,
it's like he does a lot of celebrity stuff there for a little bit. And it kind of goes down that road, and you kind of see the positives and negatives of doing that.
Right. And he's almost manipulated into that anyway, so...
Right. Yeah, there's all this merchandise created for him, and so yeah, it gives you an idea of the different routes you would consider should you find yourself in that position. And it's sort of like a monster story too.
Yeah.
Very Frankensteinish. I love superhero stories where, give me a superhero story where the superhero's in love or smitten with a regular person,
right?
Someone that he can't really, interact with, because of who and what he is, and I love those stories. Those are usually great, or at least it provides a decent dynamic to tell.
Right. I think this is definitely I would say better. Mm-hmm. Just because, it avoids all the usual superhero trappings of that type of story that you're talking about.
Right. Just like the Lois and Clark stuff.
Right, yeah.
Which I don't mind.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind either.
But yeah, I like his style. He's got a fresh viewpoint, for sure.
Yeah. A unique one, I think, definitely. Mm-hmm. And one that's not seen in comics enough, apparently, because... what the fuck is he?
Yeah, what happened? Well, I know he's been talking about a concrete movie for
forever.
And he was talking about it in the back of one of these, and that wasn't the first time he had talked about it, and that was like you said, 10, 12 years ago. So, I know he, like you said, he did something with The Matrix. He did an issue of Y the Last Man.
Yeah, that's right, he did.
But it's other than that, where is he?
I think I read that he is working on something for Vertigo.
Oh, okay.
With other people, but
probably not a concrete thing.
Not anything concrete, yeah.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked that.
Sweet.
I would like to read more from Paul Chadwick and Concrete.
We happen to have about 5 or 6 different concrete trades, all 25% off cover price, right at the local Mavericks Cards and Comics, located at 2312 East Torquay Lane in the Woodland Plaza here in Kettering, Ohio. Right. So you stop by and pick one up.
Right. Thanks, I didn't know where that was.
Yeah, okay.
Or that you had a discount.
Oh, yeah.
How much is that again?
25% off all trade paperbacks and hardcovers and manga all the time, even if you special order them.
So I could just add those to my already...
your Tower of Trades?
Tower of Trades that I have in 2 different places.
Yes. Right. Might as well. I know we don't have this one because I looked, I was like, maybe I should just snag this and let you borrow it so we can both read it at the same time.
Right.
And we didn't have this one. We have everything but this one.
Right.
So maybe somebody bought that one.
Well, it is the origin story. You should start there first, I guess.
Yeah. Might as well. Yeah.
Ow. I'm sorry. I just cracked my foot.
Oh, I thought it was your neck.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Feels like I should be saying something else about this book.
Did we talk enough about the art? We did, I believe.
We did. Yeah. Talked about the story. We got the basic gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess at the end, it's he becomes some sort of like adventurer.
Yeah. Well, he talked about in the very first issue how when he was younger he read all these library books and about like underwater adventures and like mountain climbers and explorers of strange areas and planets. And he could never really do that because he was just like a lazy nerd.
Right.
And then at the end of the series, he decides to do a little bit of that, like exploring, and there is that motif in some of the other series where he goes to like I forget if it's like the Arctic Circle or wherever he goes, and just kind of treads around in places that he couldn't have before he got this body. So he does sort of become an adventurer.
Very poetic adventure.
Mm-hmm.
The ending, the last bit of narration, got to me.
Yeah. It was about like overcoming whatever obstacles in your life.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely writes this character poetically. It's almost like if I keep referring to the Thing, but if the Thing was a sad bastard,
right,
instead of
instead of just
brawler,
a
Jersey brawler or whatever,
typical New York Jew stereotype, angry.
Yeah, he like reads poetry and
get out of here,
you Yancey Street hooligans, yeah. But Concrete has
holy fuck, he's Larry David.
Who? Concrete?
Ben Grimm.
Oh, okay. I was like, Concrete? Yeah?
He's Larry David with rock skin.
Wow.
And even more angry.
That'd be like the great 9th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He like goes on a rocket ship with
Jerry and Elaine and
Kramer. Yeah. That'd be great. I would watch that. That's a show that I do really like, even though it is so formulaic. Like, I usually think formulaic things as just tiresome. Yeah, kind of formulaic, yeah. But I really like the formula of that one. I'm like, I know what's going to happen,
right.
But I like watching it happen. It's like porn. I know exactly how it's going to end up.
Formulaic is never necessarily a bad thing. It's how you execute it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can follow the same formula over and over again, but if it's done well, it's done well.
Right. I agree.
The current season of Curb Your Enthusiasm is the Seinfeld reunion.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only seen like the first 4. I know there's like at least 7, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't. I get them from the library sometimes, but they never have any of the newer ones. Netflix. Oh yeah.
Can convince your lady friend to cue those all up.
Yeah, I bet she's a fan.
Yeah. If she's not, she probably could be convinced otherwise.
Yeah.
My voice.
Oh yeah, that's the way you teach a woman anything, right? I'm just kidding, baby.
Me too. What?
So, you think you might read some more Concrete?
I wouldn't read some more Concrete.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I've got all the single issues if you ever want to borrow any.
All right.
More than welcome.
Eventually, maybe once I give you back those Jason trades that are graphic novels that you let me borrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
20 episodes ago.
I still have your League of Extraordinary Gentlemen from like a year ago.
Before we were even doing this show. Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty bad. Yeah, well, they're just material possessions. We'll all be burned in a fire, and can't hold on to them anyway.
Zombie apocalypse, maybe.
Zombie apocalypse.
Maybe that's the contact we make this year.
Zombies?
Zombies.
It is like in the Zeitgeist, isn't it? Like everyone, like I swear, even Jeffrey Brown's doing a zombie thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but occasionally I visit his blog, and he said something. He's like, "Can't talk about what I'm doing right now, but it has to do with zombies."
Oh, maybe. His Wolverine story had zombies in it.
Yeah. The Dying Time or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Dead Time, Dying Time.
Dying Time.
No Dead Time is the Tom Williams thing. Okay. Dead Time. Maybe he's taking over Walking Dead. Maybe Charlie Adler's leaving. Don't want him to, of course.
Drop that book.
If Charlie Adler is.
Yeah. I'll be like you with the Tony Moore.
Right.
Yeah. Just angry at nothing.
I know. Well, it's like, okay. He's not bad. Like, he's not a bad artist. It's like, I like the taste of corn. Right. But if I went and bought a vanilla ice cream sandwich and it tasted like corn, I would stop buying that type of vanilla ice cream sandwich. Charlie Adler is the corn in my vanilla ice cream sandwich. I don't want it there. I want it with my stuffing and potatoes. That's where I want my corn. Leave my ice cream alone, Charlie Adler. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah.
Tony Moore was on that book for 7 issues. 6 issues.
I think it was 6, yeah. I know.
They're on issue 60-something now.
I know.
It's like, fucking Metallica with Jason Newsted. He was in that band for like 12 years. Cliff Burton was in it for 3. Get the fuck over it.
Well, they were both good. I like, well, I didn't hear anything, but I like what I heard. Or what I didn't hear. He didn't fuck it up because you couldn't hear him. If Charlie Adler drew with if Kirkman would have given him a mechanical pencil and just didn't put any lead in it, and then the whole thing was prose, I probably would have kept buying it. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
It's too much reading.
Yeah, I know. I don't read real books. I can barely find the time to read comics.
I fucking thought Strange Armor was difficult to get through. It's like, oh my god, there's a lot of words in this.
It's no Claremont.
It's no Claremont, definitely not. But it was also twice as long as Dead of Honor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe even longer, because I can't add.
So, yeah. I can't think of anything else I need to say about Strange Armor.
Alrighty. Yeah, neither can I.
Yeah.
It was good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, no problem.
Everyone should check it out.
Yeah.
Or any of the other series, The Human Dilemma, or Think Like a Mountain, or whatnot. Any of them. They're all good.
Alright, so back to the regular bullshit. So we're not taking the break here where we normally would.
Because we took that other break.
We took that other break due to my body imploding on itself.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, yes, you have a story you need to tell me.
I have a story, and I've refrained from telling even my girlfriend this because I know she's going to listen to the show, and so like I'm saving it for her.
Okay.
Recently was Christmas, as everyone knows.
Yes, right.
So my friend Chris invited me to get together with him the Sunday after Christmas, just to like hang out, exchange gifts. He said he'd buy me dinner.
Sure.
So I was like, well, that's cool. And we hung out and watched a movie. And
This was last week.
Yeah, last Sunday, I believe. The Sunday that it started snowing like crazy, like around 8 o'clock.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like the roads were nasty.
Right.
And so I was hanging out in his apartment. We had just eaten a wonderful Bob Evans meal that he bought me. Nice breakfast at like 9 p.m.
Breakfast at night.
I love it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Can't get over it. And then so we watched a movie, and it was just a short Matt Brassfield movie. So by
okay.
by like 10:15, I was like, well, I should probably get going. It's still kind of crappy outside, and gotta get up early. And I want to start this story out by saying, I believe you now that you can't trust people that wear sweatpants in public. Because I walk out to my car and I start scraping off my car. Like I start up the engine to get it running, get the defrost going, and because it's still snowing and it's icy, right. I'm like scraping ice off my car, and I've only been parked there like an hour and a half, so it's crappy out. And I'm scraping off my car. I'm like, yeah, it was cool. I got Christmas Chris. And I hear, excuse me. And I look over, and there's this young lady walking down the sidewalk, like smoking a cigarette. And
is this really a young lady?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's not that kind of.
All right.
It's not that kind of story.
All right.
And so I look over. I'm like, yeah, how's it going? And she's wearing sweatpants and like a light jacket, and it's fucking cold outside,
Right.
and the snow is pouring down. And she goes, "Would you be able to give me a ride to the drive-thru, just a couple blocks down the road?" And I know where the drive-thru's at because it's like I see it every time I go to Chris's.
Right.
This is in Huber Heights, by the way, for anyone listening. An area. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with the area. It's known as Little Kentucky to a lot of people I know because...
It is the largest community of brick houses
Is it?
in Ohio.
Is it?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the east side, like not quite white trash, but not quite country. Like it's
Yeah.
got this weird amalgam of people. Excuse me. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I can give you a ride there. And then so we hop in my car, and she goes, "Oh, thank you very much. It's so cold out there." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And she's just chit chatting. She's like, "So, were you at a Christmas party or something?" I was like, "Yeah, I just stopped over at my friend's house, traded Christmas gifts, and we're just chatting as we drive down the road." And then we approached the.
I'm sorry. I just... You're an idiot.
Because she was wearing sweatpants.
No, just in general. You don't fucking give rides to people.
Oh, it was Christmas, right? She was
No,
like,
it wasn't Christmas.
well, it was Christmas time. Our trees were still up.
It's fucking... Death is coming down from the sky. You're trying to get home alive.
Well, yeah.
And you're giving a ride to a fucktard who wants a beer? Fuck you. You're an idiot.
She didn't say what she wanted. I thought maybe,
Doesn't fucking matter.
who knows? Maybe medicine. She needed medicine. At the drive-thru.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we're driving down the road, and she's like, "Oh, thanks a lot." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And we pull up to the drive-thru, and it's closed because the weather's so crappy, probably.
Right, and it's also late at night.
And it's like 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I bet they closed at 10." And it's like 10 after 10. And I was like, "Well, I can let you off here. I don't know." And she goes, "Oh, can you just drop?" She's like, "Could you drop me off at that gas station up the road?" And I was like, "Oh, that's fine. If it's the way I'm going." It was the way I was going. And so we drive up there, and that's like another 4 blocks down the road or whatever. And so,
But you are heading in the direction of where you need to go.
yeah. It's like,
right.
I passed that on the way home. So I pull up into the gas station, and it is closed. It's on the corner of a busy street,
Right.
like a busy intersection. It's like Brant Pike and Troy Pike or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Why is it closed?" And she's like, I was like, "Oh no!" On the way there, she goes, "Could you drop maybe swing by that gas station and drop me back off?" And I was like, "I can take you as far as the gas station, but I was like, I really got to get home." I was like, "I could drop you off there. Maybe somebody else will give you a ride." She's like, "Okay." And so when we get to the gas station, it's closed, and I was like, "Tell you what, I'll just drop you back off where I found you." I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get home because I was doing Christmas with my roommates that night too.
Sure.
And so she's like, "Okay," and we're driving down the road, and she goes, "Well," she's like, "This just if you want, just drop me off at my friend's house. It's down this street over here." And it's like before the other street, even closer. I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And so I turned down that street, and she goes, "Let me just call him real quick." And she dials up his number, and she goes, all of a sudden, she turns from this nice sweet person. She's like, "Where are you? Where you at?" And I was like, And she goes, "What's the address? What is it? What's the address?" And she's yelling at this guy, and she goes, "Do you want it or not?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, what is she talking about? Do you want it or not?" And so we pulled on this side street, and then I see this guy standing out in the snow in the middle of the street, looking around. And I was like, Is that your friend?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's him." And we pull up, and I was like, "All right, we'll see you." And she goes, "Well, hold on." And then she just rolls down the window, and he's like, "You got the money?" And she goes, "Do you have change for a 20?" And he was like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about? Change for a 20?" And he's like, "I'm out here in the cold." And she goes, "Well, give it to me." And she grabs something out of his hands, and he goes, "Give me my weed, bitch." I'm not even kidding. And he's screaming at her, and I'm sitting here in the snow in my car, and I'm like, "Oh my God, there's a drug deal going wrong in my car." For weed. And so And so she, like, throws the money at him, and he just takes the whole 20 and runs inside. She's like, can you believe that fucker? And she's, like, calling him all these names, and I'm like, and I just, like, drive away, because now there's an angry drug dealer, 4 feet away from my car. And so we just drive away, and I'm just like, I'll just drop you back off where I found you. I was like, and I'm out of here. And she goes, well, my apartment's just, like, right down the road from that. And I was like, all right. So, like, I drove right down the road from where I picked her up, and she's like, do you want to come out and smoke this with me? And I was like, no, I really don't. I gotta go. And she goes, you don't smoke weed? And I was like, no, I haven't smoked in like a year, and I'm trying to keep it that way. I just, I gotta go. And she goes, well, you want to come in and have a beer or something? And I was like, no, I really don't. I gotta go. And she goes, well, if you're ever in this area, you want to stop in and have a beer. She's like, do you have a cell phone? I'll give you my number. And I was like, I wouldn't stop by. I wouldn't come by. And she's like, oh, okay. And she gets out of the car, and I drive away, and I'm like, fucking Eric was right. Don't trust the sweatpants in public. It was horrible. That was my Christmas story. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. To whatever her name is. I forget, Stacy, Sissy, something like that. I hope that was the best damn weed you ever had.
Oh, wow.
It was fun.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I think that's the third time I've ever given a ride to strangers, and the first 2 times, and this is all in the span of like 10 years, first 2 times, awesome people, very appreciative. Like, I was waiting at a traffic light one night on the way home, and there's this guy sitting at the bus stop, and he was like, it's like freezing cold, it's like wintertime. I rolled down the window, I'm like, do you want to ride? And he's like, oh, that'd be awesome. And I give him a ride home, which is not that far. I mean, it's like downtown, and I live pretty close to downtown. And, he was really appreciative, and I felt good. I was driving home. I was like, I did something for a stranger, and he was happy. Yay! And, third time, not the charm.
Will you do it again?
I will look, and if I see sweatpants, I'll be like, move along, sweatpant wearing motherfucker.
Well, it's something, I guess. You should learn to avoid doing it at all, altogether.
But it's Christmas time. It was Christmas time.
I don't want to, get the phone call from Kathleen. Oh my God, Jason's dead. He picked up his treasure.
That'll never happen because she doesn't have your phone number.
Oh, that's true. Well, I guess
it'll be on Facebook.
Yeah, it'd be on Facebook, or maybe she'll call Joe or something. I don't know. Somehow I'll find out that you're dead because you picked somebody up.
Yeah, it'll probably be a while before you do it.
I'll be like, fuck, there goes the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I'd probably just have Joe fill your place.
He's a lot funnier.
It'd be...
And more knowledgeable.
I'd give it maybe 2 weeks. Morning.
Oh, right.
Before
That's
I replace you.
It's like you don't get married right away.
Right.
You wait
right.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I respect that. I feel good about that.
All right, good. You are a dumbass.
I know. I'm just trying to be nice. You try to help people. Look where it gets you.
They don't want to help you.
She wanted to get me high and drunk and
probably blow you.
Yeah, probably blow me in Huber, Kentucky, home of the white trash country bumpkins
and drug dealers.
And drug dealers, yeah. Not good times.
No.
Bad times. But hey, I went home. I got a
got
sweet.
Home safe?
I got home safe. Doogie gave me some beer, some nice, good beer, monkey something beer.
Monkey Go Lucky?
It wasn't Monkey Go Lucky. It wasn't Monkey King. I forget what it was. And I got this Thor wallet,
which you're showing,
which I'm showing you,
even though I've already seen it.
Oh, you've already seen it, yeah. So yeah, we had a good Christmas before and after the incident.
Yeah,
so it was good times. Good times.
How was your New Year's?
It was good. We shared it together.
Oh, we did.
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
We watched the balls drop. Ball drop.
And by that, we both took off our pants.
In unison. It was choreographed.
At 12.
Yeah.
It was we had to, we've done practice runs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we watched some Dexter, played some rummy, ate some delicious food prepared by the lovely Kathleen Coyle.
Yeah.
And
some veggie appetizers,
Veggie appetizers,
which
cheese.
were pretty awesome.
Yeah, cheese and crackers.
cucumbers, mushrooms, crackers, some sort of straw crap.
It's yeah, we ate straw. It's like vegetarians do. It was good. It was good times.
Veggie burgers for the main course. Pretty good. On some awesome bread.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time.
I like the low key New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. We had. I mean, we each had like a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
That was enough.
Yeah.
Didn't have to get
our,
fucked up.
Riddler and Batman mugs, respectively.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. I was Riddler, you were Batman.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
as that should be.
Yeah. I do have that giant question mark tattooed on my anus.
That's true. Yeah.
It was just like good timing.
Right.
I didn't even know she was going to have the mugs out. I had just gotten the tattoo. It was good times. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed.
To another year of gutter trash.
2010, you want to make contact?
Hey, maybe I should pick Contact as my movie, and that could be the year we watch Contact.
Ooh.
Be good.
Because I've already actually seen 2010, the year we make contact, on New Year's Day.
And you haven't seen Contact ever, right?
Nope.
Would you veto?
I have no interest in seeing it.
You probably wouldn't like it. I don't think you would.
Yeah. Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey.
Religious undertones.
Really?
Yeah.
Carl Sagan. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just kind of
Just because it has religious undertones doesn't mean that I'm automatically going to dismiss it.
I think it has the kind of religious undertones you wouldn't enjoy.
That I would dismiss.
Yeah. But no, that is not what I have in mind.
We also spent New Year's Day for some time together.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing a movie, a film.
In the theater.
In the theater.
The real theater.
The real movie theater.
Not the cheap-ass, fucked up theater that we usually go to. Do we? No, we don't go to Dan very often, do we?
I have never been to Danbury together.
Really?
Yeah.
Have we not? Okay. Well, I went like a week ago. Saw Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's very, very good.
Doesn't look very good.
Well, it was good. It was good.
It looks pretty poor.
Oh, it was good. It was very good. Yeah.
Wes Anderson ever going to make a new movie? A real movie at some point?
He's been working on that one for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about it like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. If you like Wes Anderson, I bet you like
I do, but, you know, the animation looks awful.
But it's that old style. It's the old stylized animation. You know?
But, like, you know, like...
It's no Pixar film.
Well, no, but, like, you know, I like, you know, 2D animation, as I've mentioned before, and, like, stop motion, like, you know, I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right.
And, you know, the other Tim Burton ones, James and the Giant Peach, Corpse Bride. Coraline looks awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But this looks awful.
I think they tried for they didn't try for awful, but they tried for that old like Rudolph the Rudolph the Reindeer, all that stuff.
Right.
It was like an homage, I think.
Yeah, but it looks terrible. There's a reason that they don't do that anymore. You know?
Oh, I think it worked. It worked.
Yeah, you use the technology that's available to you, not
Aww.
old shit to be clever. That's like my biggest problem with Wes Anderson. He's just always trying really hard to be clever.
I see what you're saying, and
I think his movies are great.
Yeah.
Like, I've loved every single one that I've seen. Rushmore, not so much.
I think there are elements where he does try a little too hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take back what I just said. Rushmore was awful. But,
you didn't like Rushmore?
I hated it.
Really? I like Rushmore.
But I love Bottle Rocket. I love Royal Tenenbaums. Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic's my favorite.
Might as well. Have not seen Darjeeling Limited, but I own it.
That one seems like it's a decent movie, and I enjoyed it. I'd even watch it again, but it definitely has more style than substance. Like, oh yeah, way more. But yeah, I like his stuff, and I like this one too. But I see what you're saying. He does. He's sort of like you know.
Ooh, look at me, I'm awesome.
I'm indie director making sweet indie films, and yeah, I like everything he's done. But I see what you're saying.
I may have mentioned this before. I think we may have talked about Wes Anderson at some point, but I read an article once about how the movies that he's made since Owen Wilson stopped helping him write them have just all been more, self-aggrandizing and pretentious and wink, wink, look how clever I am. And
Right.
like Owen Wilson just sort of grounded him and into just tell the story. Yeah,
I don't know, because
I mean, and I love Life of Aquatic,
Yeah, I
which
was gonna
I
say,
think was the first one that he did without Owen Wilson.
yeah,
Or at least without him writing it.
right.
But it seems like I've heard Darjeeling Unlimited seems to be more about his ego, and
Yeah.
Mr. Fox looks about the same, but with shitty animation.
Oh, it was fun. It was very fun. There's a theme. It seems like he's got father issues, because every single film has like some sort of like
Right.
estranged father figure,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. I mean, but hey, maybe if he's trying to work through something and through his art, maybe that's
So
what
it
works
works fun, but it's weird. I was having this thought earlier, a couple days ago. You look at a band like Metallica. Second time I brought him up this episode. James Hetfield is a fucking multimillionaire, super rich, and one of the biggest, most popular bands in the world. He's in his mid to late 40s, and yet every album comes out is like, "Oh, my daddy treated me bad. Get over it. Get the fuck over it."
You can't buy happiness.
I know that, but get the fuck over it.
Right.
Get some therapy.
Well, clearly he's in therapy. We've seen some kind of monster.
Yeah, but he skipped like half of it.
Yeah.
And went into drug rehab.
See, maybe he's not. He's not. He doesn't know how to work through it, I guess. So he's just stuck there.
Yeah. Well, I no longer need to see that shit or hear it. That's why I don't pay attention to lyrics and songs anymore. And I couldn't give a shit about what a director thinks about his dad. I don't care. Just move on.
Awesome. So, but we saw
a completely different movie.
where
Where there were no daddy issues whatsoever. Maybe some. There were some. Never mind.
yeah, we saw Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes,
That was-
Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law,
A fine film.
other people.
Fine film. I like it.
It was fun.
Better than I expected, honestly.
Yeah. And for the first time in a very long time, my first movie-going experience where I didn't yell at someone or almost get into a fight.
Yeah. And it was crowded.
And it was very crowded.
It was packed. It was on New Year's Day, so.
In fact, the worst thing about it was the fact that the theater was like 700 degrees.
It really was, yeah. I honestly thought, I was like, something is wrong with me. I literally, I mean, I didn't think stroke,
Right.
but I thought, something is going wrong with my body, and, I'm so hot, and I can't stay awake, and I'm not full, we hadn't ate, we were
Right.
going to eat after the movie. So I don't know, I was like, what was going on? I, started taking layers of clothing off, because stripped down to my t-shirt, and, yeah, it was burning up in there.
It's quite uncomfortable. Yeah, I kept passing out during slow parts of the movie.
Right. Yeah, and not boring parts, but
Right.
if there were no explosions, I was out too. Yeah. I could feel my head bobbing,
Yeah.
catch my head.
But otherwise, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Very good. Look forward to the sequel.
Yeah. I look forward to Cop Out now that I saw the trailer. Fucking A, man, that movie's gonna be badass and hilarious.
There's some awful trailers in that movie.
Oh wow, yeah. The Jennifer Aniston,
Jennifer Aniston,
Gerard
Butler
Butler.
thing, which has no title that we know of.
yeah, we can't even remember. That's how forgettable it was. Kathleen said it looked like Midnight Run without the funny.
Yeah. And I was having the exact same thought as I was watching it.
Inception looks really good
Inception looks pretty good. New Christopher Nolan movie.
with Leo Dio.
Yeah, Leo Dio.
Looks good.
Clash of the Titans.
Looks like a yawner.
Really?
I would not go see that unless it was free, or unless my special lady friend has a desire to see it, and
She
I'm
probably does.
and I'm hanging out with her on that specific day. Then I'd go. I'd take one for the team.
I'll probably wait for video on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen the original, so yeah.
I have, but I was 8.
Yeah.
I it looks like a well-made movie that is not made for me. It looks like a nice piece of work that I just have no interest in seeing.
Why?
I don't know. It just looks like one of those testosterone-fueled epics that I don't like that stuff though. I don't like epic movies like.
You've got testosterone. I see your beard.
It's a clip-on. But I can't think of an epic movie that I like unless you consider like Return of the Jedi epic. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, it's more
Empire.
fun. It's more like a fun thing. Like there's like serious like Gladiator
I'm
and
pretty sure Clash of the Titans is not serious. Liam
Neeson.
Neeson is fucking Neptune or Poseidon or whoever the fuck. There's a giant crab monster or something. That's not serious. Harry Hamlin? No, wait. That's the other one.
Okay,
Medusa?
if I get drunk, I'll see it when I'm drunk. I'll go to the theater.
There's no way in fuck that Clash of the Titans is a serious movie.
It looks
no
like-
one is thinking this is art.
Well, no, not serious like that, but like that's bad. Yeah.
That's not serious. Fucking Die Hard is that. You love Die Hard.
If somebody says "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker" in Clash of Titans, I'm in. I'll
They
go.
may not say that exactly, but it'll be whatever the Greek equivalent is.
Okay. That big monster at the end does look pretty sweet.
The Kraken.
Yeah.
Release it.
Release the Krakens. What, was there more than one? Sequel.
I think you said Kraken.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson in his shiny CGI armor.
Yeah. See, yeah, anything with like swords and armor and elf ears and wizardry, I beg for it to be taken away from me. I'm not into that at all. It's so weird because I used to play D&D even and Magic the Gathering, and
You are the magic guy.
I am the Magic guy. But yeah, like Lord of the Rings looks like an amazing film that I never want to see.
See, that one I could easily say, yeah, it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Clash of the Titans, that's for you.
Really? Well, I mean, I did see the first Lord of the Rings, and yeah, I tried to force myself to fall asleep.
Right. Like I said, that one's not for you, definitely, because that one is that one takes itself way too seriously.
Yeah.
And it's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Right.
And it's overly long and it's epic. And,
Right. Which is not for everyone.
Right. Clash of the Titans just looks like
A dumb, fun action.
let's fuck up monsters. Let us fuck up monsters.
If it was called that, if that was like the Canadian title or something, I'd go see it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, maybe you've convinced me.
18, Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
You see that? See, that seems like dumb action
Well, I haven't even-
testosterone.
I haven't even seen the trailer for that, but
Neither
it's
have I.
nostalgic.
IDW has some comics coming out.
Oh, of course they do. Are they on those cardstock covers that make the book worth $4?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they are.
Hey, it's better than Marvel charging $4 for a book that doesn't have a cardstock cover, but
That's true.
less pages.
Yeah, in their defense, they raised their prices before, but they've never raised them again. So, like everything's always been $4 from IDW.
Right.
They've never raised the price or lowered it.
Right.
Oh, IDW is doing a Pusshead art book.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That should be cool.
That'll probably be like $50. It's not worth it.
No, it's one of those Sparrow books. Like they've
Right, which are like $50
Are
to
they really?
$100.
Are they really?
They're fucking insanely expensive.
I think
They're like this big.
I think they were like
I'm holding up my fingers in a square.
the shape of a CD. I thought they were like $20. I think.
That's still insanely expensive. And then like 96 pages?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Give me that for $10 at most.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 25% off.
It doesn't matter. Still not good enough.
Well, I'll flip through it and see if I ordered one for the store.
That's cool.
So
I'll just look up Metallica posters online.
There you go with your Metallica gun.
Pusshead. It's fucking Pusshead. What else did he do?
Cavity.
Metallica.
Yeah, okay. He is awesome. I like that guy. What was the name of his band?
Pusshead?
I know it was
Metallica.
Oh my god, what was it? I can't even think of the name of his band. If anyone knows, please write in.
Yeah.
Kurt, you've got to know. You're a metalhead. Oh, what was it?
Similar art styles too.
It was kind of a little stipple in.
Yeah.
It was a punk rock skate kind of band from the 80s. I forget.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. That was it. Sugar Ray. Yeah. Then of course Blink 182. He was the bass player, but We forgive him. We forgive him. Because of his... Yeah. Who doesn't?
So...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what are we doing for the next episode, my friend?
I think we're doing a film. As you know, I shopped through Blockbuster and made out a list.
Right.
So this is the first one that I saw.
Wait, first one that you saw? Because I think your last one was the... Oh, okay, no, so this is the start of your 8 movies.
Yeah,
okay,
this
so
the first
Concrete was the start of your 8 comics.
Yeah.
That you've written down.
Right.
This is the start of your 8 movies.
I know, I'm so good. I don't have to do any research for, like... a year almost.
It's so boring and sad at me. I'm just flying off the
cuff. Yeah, you're off the handle.
And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing until the day I do it.
Okay, well here, maybe I'll do it this way.
No, you pick your list.
I've got my 8, and maybe if something wants to interject in between, it could be like a 4.5.
Oh, open?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
an open relationship with you and your list?
That's right. This one is a film that I know nothing about other than I read the synopsis and it looked good. I have no idea the director or the actors or the writer or anything, but it's called Goliath, and it's not about like the biblical characters. It's. Do you want me to tell you what it's about? Or,
give me.
It's about a kitty cat.
It's about a kitty cat. All right.
Goliath.
Kids movie?
No, not a kids movie.
Okay, well then, intrigued. I guess. So, all right, and I can get it from Netflix.
Yeah,
okay.
It's on Netflix. Yep.
All right,
and you too, the listener, can get it on Netflix and join us.
Goliath, spelled
Goliath. Standard.
The traditional one.
Standard.
Yeah, okay. Good to hear.
All of a sudden, I had smoker's voice. All of a sudden, I had emphysema.
Well, you did have a pack before we did the show.
But that's I usually just do that during the break anyway, so it's not really a big deal.
No, we did take the break earlier, maybe.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I need another one. My bronchial lobes are activated or whatever.
They're not lubricated with smoke.
Exactly.
Right.
my philia are not erect. But that's the only thing.
Oh.
Hello.
All right, I think this does it for us.
Yeah, forever.
For this episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2010. 2010, the year we made contact.
The year we watch Contact, because I will pick it eventually.
Alright.
Alright.
Let me veto that.
Ooh, really?
I don't know, just...
McConaughey? You gotta love McConaughey.
I really don't.
Really?
I really don't.
He's so sexy.
Yeah, but, I just, I don't know. I just, Jodie Foster, yeah.
Can't get wrong with Foster.
Oh, you can.
What was that movie we watched with the airplane when she was...
Flight Plan.
Yeah, that looks bad.
That was awful.
Yeah. I only saw 5 minutes of it, but...
As did I.
It looked bad.
Saw the exact same 5 minutes I did.
Well, this one has no Jodie Foster in it.
Or Matthew McConaughey. He doesn't play the kitty cat.
No, the cat's voice is done by Carl Sagan, though.
Sweet.
It was the last thing he did.
Before we go, since you say that your girlfriend is going to be listening.
Probably.
Her animals are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Went over to her house for New Year's, and she got a little cat, a little dog. Little dog jumped on me, like as little dogs tend to do.
Yeah.
And cats, they're cats. They don't really give a shit about anything or anyone. As soon as I walk in the door, fucking thing jumps on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Fucking amazing.
And he barks like a monkey.
Yes, he does.
Or squeals like a monkey.
Squeaks.
Yeah, squeaks like
yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
Yeah. Awesome.
So this show is dedicated to Betty and Pearl.
Betty and Pearl.
All right,
let's get out of here.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Gutter Trash can be downloaded at www.guttertrash.net, iTunes, Podcast Alley, and FeedBurner. You can also find us at myspace.com/guttertrash_net, SeanBourne.net, and BuyerBewareComics.blogspot.com. Contact us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. We'll see you next time.